In most countries, a speeding ticket is a flat fine. Maybe $100, maybe $300. But Finland? Oh, they do things differently. They use something called a day fine system, where your ticket is based on how much money you make. The more you earn, the more it hurts. The math is pretty straightforward. They take your daily income, divide it by 2, and boom, that's considered a fair fine for breaking the law. One Finnish executive once paid over $100,000 for a single speeding ticket. His crime? Speeding on his motorcycle. His mistake? Being rich. This isn't a glitch in the system, it's the whole point. The idea is simple. A $200 fine means nothing to someone making $2 million a year. So Finland levels the playing field by scaling the punishment to fit your income. Ever wondered why a walk through a pine forest feels so insanely refreshing? Well, it's not just the clean air, it's chemistry. That crisp, woodsy scent? It comes from pinene, a natural compound released by pine trees. And believe it or not, your lungs love it. Pinene, specifically alpha and beta pinene, comes with some impressive perks. It helps relax your lungs, open up your airways, and even fight off bacteria. It's like giving your lungs a deep, healing breath of fresh air. Did you know? Avocados pack more fat than any other fruit or veggie. That rich, creamy texture comes from oleic acid, a heart-healthy monounsaturated fat that even earns guacamole a good-for-you badge. But here's the wild part. Avocado trees produce their own built-in ripening brake. They pump out enzymes that keep fruit from softening while it's still hanging on the branches, so farmers can leave mature avos right on the tree for up to 7 months. That trick means you can find fresh avocados in your grocery aisle every single season. A lot of people believe that rainforests are the main source of oxygen on Earth. But, plot twist, it's actually the tiny ocean plants known as phytoplankton that are the true MVPs of oxygen production, creating between 50% to 80% of it. These microscopic powerhouses use sunlight to perform a magic trick. They transform carbon dioxide into oxygen, which, by the way, is the stuff we breathe. So, not only are they keeping marine life alive, but they're also helping us breathe easy on land. Pretty wild, huh? In Japan, scientists have done what sounds like straight-up science fiction. They've built a machine that records your dreams. Not just tracking brain waves. No, they're using functional magnetic resonance imaging scanners to map out your brain activity while you sleep, then feeding that data into an AI system that actually reconstructs the images you saw in your dreams. So yeah, when you wake up, you can literally watch what your brain was doing all night. This is the welcome gift every newborn gets in Finland. A symbol of equality. Every baby starts life the same, whether your parents are millionaires or broke college kids. It's called the baby box, and it's packed with around 60 essentials. Tiny clothes, blankets, diapers, books, even a mattress. And here's the genius part. The box itself becomes the baby's first crib. This simple idea started in the 1930s to fight infant mortality, and it worked. Today, it's not just a box. It's Finland's way of saying, every child deserves a fair start. In Japan, it's pretty common to see cars with stickers on them. Some are just for decoration, but others are required by law. Take the Shoshinsha or Wakaba mark, for example. That little green and yellow symbol means the driver is a newbie, someone who's had their license for less than a year. Even after that, if they still don't feel confident, they're allowed to keep it on. Then there's the Kareisha mark, used for elderly drivers. It's mandatory for anyone over 75. And the Chukaka Shogai symbol? That one indicates the driver is hard of hearing, so they might not respond to horns or other sounds as quickly. And finally, there's the Shintai Shogai symbol, a white four-leaf clover on a green background. It's recommended for drivers with physical disabilities, letting others know to be extra considerate. These little symbols may seem like minor details, but they really show how thoughtful and safety-conscious the Japanese are. So next time you see one of these, you'll know exactly what it means and how to drive accordingly. Welcome to Japan, where vending machines sell everything. Trains arrive on time to the second, and adult diapers outsell baby ones. Yep, you heard that right. For over a decade, Japan has sold more adult diapers than baby diapers. And no, this isn't some weird shopping trend. It's a snapshot of a country growing older fast. In fact, nearly 1 in 3 Japanese citizens is over 65. Some rural schools have more empty desks than students, and entire towns are turning into ghost villages. In 2019, Microsoft Japan tested a 4-day workweek in a bold experiment called the Work-Life Choice Challenge. The surprise? Productivity didn't just hold steady. It jumped nearly 40% compared to the same time the year before. That's right, less time, more done. Turns out, when people work fewer hours, they're more focused, more energized, and way less likely to fantasize about quitting their job to live on a goat farm. In Surabaya, Indonesia, paying for your bus ride is no longer about cash. It's about recycling. You can hop on a bus just by handing over 5 plastic bottles or 10 plastic cups. Yep, that's all it takes to score a 2-hour ticket. This clever initiative isn't just about saving you money. It's part of a bigger mission to tackle plastic pollution and boost public transport use. Back in the 80s, most dads thought changing a diaper was like defusing a bomb. 43% of them had never even tried. Fast forward to today, only 3% still dodge diaper duty. The rest? They're out here with wipes in one hand and baby talk in the other. Millennial dads aren't just showing up, they're clocking in serious parenting hours. On average, they spend 3 times more time with their kids than their own dads ever did. That's not just progress, it's a full-on dad revolution. Picture this, 2 babies. Same age, same food, same crib. The only difference? One is cuddled daily, the other? Barely touched. Fast forward a few months, and scientists noticed something shocking. The baby with less physical affection didn't just cry more. It actually had less mature DNA. Turns out, when a baby doesn't feel love through touch, their cells react, slowing down growth, brain development, even immunity. Did you know Sweden is not just one of the world's leading paper exporters? It's actually growing its forest biomass? Yep, it's true. Thanks to super strict laws, for every tree they cut down, they're required to plant at least 2 in its place. And because of active forest management, Sweden has more than doubled its forest volume over the past century. It's a real-life success story of balancing industry with sustainability. Since 2020, this tiny European country became the first in the world to offer completely free public transportation nationwide. That's right, buses, trains, trams, even that fun little mountain climbing thing called a funicular? Totally free. Why'd they do it? Well, traffic was turning into a daily headache. Air pollution wasn't doing anyone any favors. And, let's be honest, Luxembourg's wallet is pretty thick. We're talking a population of under 700,000 and a GDP per capita of $140,000, one of the highest in the world. Volkswagen created the entire city to house workers for its massive factory. So massive, it's bigger than Monaco. We're talking 70 million square feet of car-making madness, complete with its own train station, power plant, and even a theme park for gearheads. Wolfsburg isn't just where cars are made, it's where a car made a city. In countries like Norway, Sweden, and Finland, you might be shocked to see something that looks, at first glance, like a baby left alone outside in the cold, napping in a stroller. But don't panic. Nobody forgot their kid. This is by design. Scandinavian parents have been doing this for generations. They believe that fresh, crisp air helps babies sleep better, stay healthier, and even toughen up a bit. It's not neglect, it's Nordic parenting. In 2008, a 20-year-old student in Belgium ate pasta that had been sitting out for 5 days. Hours later, he was dead. The killer? Bacillus cereus, a bacteria behind what's chillingly nicknamed fried rice syndrome. It thrives in starchy foods like pasta and rice left at room temp, quietly producing toxins that can lead to serious, even fatal, food poisoning. Lesson: when in doubt, throw it out. Ever noticed how Costco's aisles have no signs? That's not poor design. It's strategy. They want you to get a little lost. You came for peanut butter, and somehow left with a kayak, 40 batteries, and a year's supply of cheese balls. It's called the treasure hunt experience, a shopping maze where every turn might lead to your next impulse buy. And guess what? It works. Costco makes billions not by selling you what you came for, but by tempting you with everything you didn't. Back in the day, these little greens had a seriously bitter bite that kept them off most people's plates. But in the 1990s, plant breeders worked their magic, cross-pollinating Brussels sprouts to cut down on the bitterness. The result? A much milder flavor that made these veggies a whole lot more appealing. Now, Brussels sprouts are not only delicious, but they're also packed with vitamins and antioxidants. There are about 33 companies that are over 1,000 years old, and more than half are in Japan. One of them, Kongo Gumi, was building temples way back in 578 AD. Now that's serious staying power.